Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is the Geek Slays, and today we are back. I'm doing this like a YouTube intro. This is awful. Welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast, episode 128. Back with Wunder. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. How you doing, man?
Just watching you struggle through that intro,
You're
bud.
doing better than me, I can already tell. I'm not doing good. I'm not holding together very well.
I mean, we're all held together by duct tape and glue at this point, so.
At this point, I don't think it's duct tape and glue. I think there's like...
Chocolate.
No.
Oh. I am anyway. If there wasn't chocolate, I don't know what I'd do. I'd fall apart.
I think I'm just hanging by like one thread of my shirt. Somehow it's keeping me up, but I don't think that'll last long.
I'll bring the scissors.
Appreciate you, man.
If anybody's knocking you down into shambles, it's gonna be me.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Just give the old snip.
So, I don't really know exactly what we're supposed to talk about. Didn't really have
You
a ton
never
of
do.
plans for this. That's not true. I planned
It's-
better for the last couple episodes.
Yeah, you never plan.
But
Whenever
I don't
I'm
plan
here, it's
for
because
you.
I
We
was-
just talk.
Well, that's the thing. Whenever I'm here, it's because I was plan H.
Right?
So
And that's nothing against Wunder. He's just busy, and I try not to. He already streams with me every night. Like, I don't know.
yeah, what more could he ask for?
Right? How much of me can you really handle? You know,
You get more time of me than anybody else. Like literally.
that's probably true.
more than my parents even.
That's without a doubt true.
Yeah.
There for a while it was without a doubt Destiny, and it wasn't close.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
even if we were gaming, she was still like sitting in your fucking lap. So,
that's fair.
you know.
It's a good thing there was no face cams during those.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know if you've seen it. Hey, maybe you'll get some Twitter followers by having your Twitter stuff down here somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't opened up Twitter since we made it.
I know you haven't.
I keep getting these notifications. Hey, come check this out. Blah blah blah. It's like,
Just start using Twitter, because soon we're going to have to get you to start using Instagram.
oh, my phone's gonna run out of storage. Putting all this crap on it.
No, it's not. And if it does, it's because you need to go delete some fucking photos, my guy. You don't need 876 dick pics.
I don't have any dick pics.
Liar.
Just yours. I mean.
Whoa, what? When did that happen? How drunk was I? How drunk were you?
It's all right. Can't see past your dicky do anyway.
Oh, thanks, man. Oh, my God. That's...
It's all right.
Terrible.
I'm getting there. I'm working on my dicky do.
But, no. What the fuck were we talking about that got us here? Oh, your storage on your phone. No, you probably are like me, though, and when you go to take one picture of something, you take 100 of the same picture and find which one looks the best. Go delete all the extras.
No, I don't have any. I've already deleted extras. You know, and my phone's weird because it has like a upload storage, and then it has like app storage. So it's like it breaks everything up. So it won't let you take more than a certain amount of pictures and video. You know, I guess I don't know what the reasoning behind it is, but I'm pretty sure I could probably like make a cloud and then have more pictures. But yeah, brains are weird.
That's why.
Yep. Yeah.
But, yeah. No, but I guess I don't know. We've just been, if you're going to get into doing the content, you're going to have to get into doing the content.
I know.
And I mean, you're not going to have to post a ton on Instagram. You just have to, like, have it. So you can get notifications and messages and that type of thing.
I'm the Wonder Man, dude. Come on.
Yeah, you're the Wonder Man. You're supposed to be able to do anything. You're not supposed to be afraid of the easiest websites to use.
No, I won't even have to use them. I'll stream for 3 months and have like 1,100 followers.
I'll burn your fucking house down.
That would be
Straight up. Straight up. Straight up.
Well, hey, I could promote your channels.
I will drive your truck through your house.
Well, the truck would be fine.
Macking into you on the way through.
House might not be.
Let's be honest, neither are going to be okay. Neither are going to make it through that one.
Well, honestly, I don't think my truck's making it through my house. It's made out of concrete. Like solid concrete. Like
well, the basement
concrete.
is.
How are you going to make it through the top part of the house?
I just drive up the little hill thing and go directly into your bedroom right behind you.
Well, you better get a running start at the hump on that lawn or you're going to high center.
All right.
Unless you take my running boards off first, which I don't think you're willing to work that hard just to run my truck through my house.
You underestimate my pettiness. I need running boards on my truck, so I mean...
If you do run into my house, you better hit me. You know where my room's at. I better be in it when you go through it, or I'm shooting you.
Be on a call with you, like, hey, what you doing? No, go to your room. I need you to check Discord real quick. Fucking way.
Knowing me and how I am, you'd probably hit me with my truck, send me flying through 2 walls, and I would still get up and come kick your ass.
Well, you wouldn't get up, per se. I'm sure something's going to be broken.
Bruised, maybe.
No, something will be broken.
My skull, but you can't really damage that much more, so.
He said it, not me.
Yeah, I did say it.
Oh, my God. So, I've been checking NFL news all day, and this just bugs me. Julio Jones, at least in practice, is wearing the number 85. And then it just doesn't look right. That's not... Julio has worn 11 his entire career other than last year when he wore 2. 85 is neither of those numbers. It's not even close. Like, what? Why? Why are you wearing number 85?
Did you see that... who's our new... goddamn DB on the Bills. What's his name?
The rookie?
Yeah, the
Kyer
rookie.
Elam?
Apparently he's pretty damn good. Because he's really he's apparently a really physical player. And he was in charge of covering Stephon Diggs during, practices and stuff. And he apparently pissed off Stephon Diggs and they got in each other's faces and started shoving each other. And so they actually had to come in and break them apart.
I don't know. It doesn't mean anything to me. I didn't love Elam coming out of the draft. I know a lot of people did, but I don't know. His skill set's weird. It could be really good, but I see it going the opposite way, where really weird means really exploitable. And
well, we'll see. I mean, if anybody can do it, the Bills have
do develop talent pretty well.
Yep.
But I think
I'm going to give the Bills the benefit of the doubt. We'll see what happens.
I apparently am going to stick to not giving the Bills the benefit of the doubt because I never have. So apparently I'm going to stick with that train. And one day I will be right. Because I was that way with Josh Allen. But that one was also very valid.
It's just like one day
coming out of college,
the Vikings will move on from Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, but
won't be for a while. But
coming out of college, you remember I talked about how talented Josh Allen was because he is. Mm-hmm. I just didn't know if he had that thing that makes great players great, like Brady and Manning. And are you really willing to take the time to develop your skills more? And he has. I was wrong, which I like being wrong when it means a player's good. I don't like being wrong when it means a player's bad. That hurts.
When you expected somebody to be good.
If I expect you to be shit and you turn out to be great like Josh Allen, all right, dog, you win. You win. If I expect you to be good and you turn out shit, that hurts worse. Because it's like you had the tools, you just didn't give a shit.
And I don't agree with, these people are really talented. They came in and then they got hurt. Oh, they're shitty.
No,
I don't agree with that.
No,
they got injured.
No.
Injuries happen.
Yep.
And sometimes, a lot of times, those injuries happen, and then they can't get past those injuries.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
it's just it's kind of like Christian McCaffrey. He's fucking awesome, but he can't get past
on the
injuries.
field. Yep.
Yeah, he's on the field once a year. I don't even look his direction anymore when it comes to fantasy football because 2 years in a row I've had him. He played 3 games in 2 years,
right?
And the times I did play him, where he did play, had really good games.
Yep.
And then he would get hurt and then not play for the rest of the year, and I just wasted a running back slot where I could have had somebody else that was giving me some points.
It'll never happen, but I think Christian McCaffrey is the perfect type of player to like pick up late in a fantasy draft. Somebody's always going to take him in the first round.
Right.
But let's be honest, if, you're doing a fantasy draft and it's the 10th round and McCaffrey's sitting there, it's really hard to not say
maybe he will make it a few more games this year.
Because you're not banking your whole team on him. You're hoping that maybe he's healthy, and if it's not, it didn't affect the team you drafted. If he is, you suddenly have the best team in the league because you already got Nick Chubb and Dalvin Cook early on.
Right. How do you think Cook's younger brother's going to be?
I don't know, man. I think the Bills are tough. I still don't love their O-line. It's not terrible.
Either.
But, I don't know. The way, at least I've seen him be talked about in NFL circles so far, is that he's going to be more of a receiving back. Which...
Well, the Bills are more of a pass-based offense.
But that also means that the Bills are then still planning to use Devin Singletary as their, primary workhorse running back.
Right.
Which doesn't give me the most faith in James Cook. Because if you can't beat out Devin Singletary, you're not a good player. Devin Singletary is bad.
And part of it might be that he is young.
That's true. He is a rookie.
He's a rookie. So, I think they're just trying to get him broke in a little.
But
the running back is one of those positions. It's hard to just throw people into.
No, it's not. The thing about running back is, at least at the NFL level, it is the easiest position you are going to play. Outside of kicker, punter, but we don't factor those in normally. But and also a running back's prime, it's not like a quarterback where they take 2 or 3 years to get to where they're going to be. You're going to be as good in your rookie year as you're ever going to be, normally as a running back. There are very, very few cases of a running back in year 5 suddenly being good when he's been ass forever.
Right. I think they can get better. I don't,
Right.
They'll learn the game a little more, but
if he can't be an every down back as a rookie, he can't be an every down back in this league. That's just how that goes.
Right. But I don't know. I'm wondering if they're trying to, it is. I'm not saying it's not a difficult, that it is a difficult position, because it's not. It's not real difficult. But what I'm saying is maybe they're trying to keep him from injury. They're trying to develop him a little more before he gets hurt.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I don't. The running game aspect of the Bills' offense is just something I can't trust yet.
Right. And I can't say that Singletary, he's a hard runner. He runs hard. He's just not a very big person.
He has the wrong skill set for his size. He just does.
Well, and he doesn't necessarily, he's not really playing with a very great offense for him either. Because these offense line that we have, they're more of a pass block offense than a run block offense. And when you have that, trust me, I know from experience, it is really, really, really fucking hard to run the football when your linemen can't get the fuck out of your way. They can't get up, they can't move downfield and get those blocks. Get it helmet on, get a hat on the helmet and get people moved out of your way and give you a chance to, maybe one-on-one people. Because I've seen Devin Singletary break a lot of tackles, one-on-one. Problem with him is a lot of times when Devin Singletary, when he breaks through that first wave, he gets hit by 4 people. That's hard for anybody to make it through. You know, unless you're fucking Derrick Henry or somebody like that, where you're a monster. But, you know, Devin Singletary just doesn't have that size and manpower to just fucking, you know, pick people up and throw them like Derrick Henry or, you know, other running backs in the league where they're a lot bigger bodied, you know, a lot more room for strength and, you know, endurance.
Right. What? So, did I read this while you were here yesterday? The thing about Mike Zimmer and Kirk Cousins?
Oh, yeah.
Did I?
You did.
Well, I'm reading it again because it's interesting. Tensions had been rising. This was Mike Zimmer on his incident with Kirk Cousins after the first Lions game where the Vikings had to hit a walk-off field goal. Tension had been rising between Kirk and myself after the loss to the Browns. I genuinely, like, I'm like 90% sure this is a real quote, but it also might not be. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to think about, but I've heard it from more sources than just this one. I told him face to face he needs to be better. Kirk didn't say a word to me the whole week going into the game versus Detroit. Skip ahead to the last drive, and Kirk comes right up next to me as Greg is getting ready to kick it. Greg nails the kick. We win the game. Kirk turns and grabs me and says, "You fucking like that? I just saved your job." I was ready to punch him in that moment. Instead, I pushed him off me. That was my breaking point with Kirk right there. Kirk,
Ouch.
You didn't save anybody's job. You got to remember there, cuzzo. You're the reason nobody's job was safe.
Yeah, that is fair.
I'm sorry. I keep seeing morons on the internet try to tell me Kirk Cousins is a better QB than Matthew Stafford. If you genuinely think that, you don't know ball, please stop talking about it.
Matthew Stafford goes to the Vikings win a Super Bowl.
Thank you. Here's the thing. Everybody goes, well, if Kirk had that team the Rams had last year, he would have won a Super Bowl. I hate to tell you this, but he did have that team once. He had a better team. The 2018 Minnesota Vikings were a better roster than last year's Rams. Mm-hmm. That was a team that was in the NFC Championship game the year before with motherfucking Case Keenum. We get the upgrade that is Kirk Cousins, and I mean, by all measurable accounts, Kirk is an upgrade over Case. But the 13-3 get to the NFC Championship game team improves, doesn't lose a single player at a single position, improves their quarterback and misses the playoffs?
Huh. Something's missing here.
Kirk had his 2021 Matthew Stafford chance once, and he blew it. And he's blown it for 4 years. Last year, technically 2020 and 2021, I will give him that those rosters were not built anymore to win a championship. But they still should have been.
Well.
Right. They were still playoff caliber rosters. You can't tell me that half of these teams. Were the Eagles really a better team last year than the Vikings? No, but they won more games. Why? Because Jalen Hurts isn't afraid to play the position of quarterback.
Right.
He's not afraid to take chances. Sure, will he make more mistakes than Kirk Cousins? Yeah, but he'll also win more games than Kirk. That's just how it goes. That is how that works.
You have to be willing to take risks,
right?
In order for something amazing to happen,
right?
Or to succeed.
Look at Joe Burrow. All he did was take risks. You can't. But then I just read this, which is hilarious. I totally forgot about it. Oh God, I lost it. Oh no. It was, damn it. This sucks. There it is. So Mike Zimmer also took shots at Case Keenum in a post-game press conference after Keenum went for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns in a 38-30 win versus Washington. The dude hated every quarterback there except Teddy. fair, but also I think people are forgetting what that Washington game was. It was Kirk versus Case Keenum. And Case did have 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also had a 35-point lead at halftime, and we won 38-30. That's not good. You threw 2 awful interceptions in the second half on plays that didn't need to be even attempted. Like, I
Yeah,
get
I
the
remember
risks thing, but when you're up by 35, you do not
play
throw
smart.
a back foot 40-yard pass on second down that just is inevitably going to get picked because you don't have the arm strength to fade backwards off one foot and you launch it out there. You're not Josh Allen.
You're not Josh Allen or even
Patrick Mahomes or Aaron
Patrick
Rodgers
Mahomes.
or Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford. You're not that guy.
Yeah, and the thing is what pisses me off about Kirk Cousins is he'll play it safe in a high stakes situation. But when you got a 30-point lead, then he'll take risks because he lets his guard down. He's like, oh, well, we
Right.
got the lead. Now I can start playing,
Right.
taking risky. When really you have the lead, if you, I don't have anywhere to throw it, just throw it out of bounds.
Yep.
Do the smart play. You have another down. And if not, you punt it away and you're not getting a pick where they get better field position. So,
continuing on the Kirk Cousins hate train, we have current Vikings GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah talking to Jory Epstein of USA Today. He said, talking about making a change at the quarterback position, I'll be frank, the one asset where you get nervous about not burning it down is quarterback. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, but we also don't have Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. And then he went on to say, the Super Bowl is more likely to win if you have that quarterback, and it's very unlikely that you ever get that quarterback, which is valid. That's the toughest thing about deciding whether to blow it up, is because Kirk is good. And not having Kirk could go way worse. But it also could go way better, and you have to weigh out the risk versus reward there. And you also have to weigh out the thought, because it has to cross your mind, of, sure, Kirk hasn't played well the last 4 years. I mean, well, he's put up good numbers, but he hasn't won games. But he had a defensive-minded head coach, so we bring in Kevin O'Connell, who's an offensive guy, who runs these super diverse but kind of simplified offenses. We've seen Jared Goff and Jimmy Garoppolo and those type of guys get to a Super Bowl with this style of offense. Can Kirk be that? Maybe. So I also see why then you have to weigh, is it worth giving him 1 year with a guy who knows offense compared to a guy who knows defense, and does that change things? Maybe. Or it doesn't. Either way, it's 1 year. And it's not like there was really a feasible replacement last year anyways. Like, yeah, Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson were available, but I'm sorry, the Vikings aren't the team to move 5 first-round picks and multiple players for one guy. That's just not what they do. So, well, actually, they did it once, and it was the worst trade in NFL history, so they don't anymore.
right.
Yeah. But
What's your thought on Denver Broncos?
I hate the Broncos. What do you mean? But what are you asking
with
more importantly?
Russell Wilson being there, do you think he's going to make a big impact on the Broncos?
I don't know. A lot of teams have made fun of a lot of places, or a lot of people have made fun of a lot of teams, I mean, rather, where they talk about, who was it that, like the Panthers are going to go from having the worst quarterback in their division to having the worst quarterback in their division. I don't think anybody acknowledges that the Broncos went from having the 4th best quarterback in that division to arguably having the fourth best quarterback in that division.
Right.
Derek Carr is still getting a lot of undeserved hate that I don't understand. Like, Carr just wins. I don't know how else to put it. Is Russ flashier? Absolutely. But put Russ in I almost said Oakland. Jesus. Put Russ in Vegas last year. Do they make the playoffs with Russ? I don't know. I don't know how many quarterbacks in the world could have done what Derek Carr did. That's a whole different level of some bullshit.
Right. And my thing is I don't think it's necessarily a team thing with the Denver Broncos. I just think they have piss poor coaching.
Well, that's why they got new coaches, which I think is going to be a mistake. You had Vic Fangio.
Right.
There's a reason your defense was the third best in the league last year. It was Vic Fangio.
I think it was just an offensive side mostly last year. Defense was, I mean, they performed pretty well last year. If you look at the stats. Offensively, like a couple of the games that I watched, I could not believe my eyes on some of the play calls.
Oh, yeah, it was dumb. Well, especially when you look at their offense earlier in the year, like you watch the first three games, the Giants, the Jaguars, and whatever the third game was. They were a really dynamic offense. Like they were actually good. Why? Because you weren't playing afraid. You were letting Teddy take shots and they were paying off. I mean, I get you had some receiver injuries with Jerry Jeudy going down, and I think even Cortland Sutton missed some time last year, but it's one of those...
Like, for instance, I can't remember who they were playing, but they had to lead by like 3 points.
Yep.
And there's like less than a minute on the clock, and it's second down. And they call a pass play. And in my mind, I'm going, there's under a minute left.
Yep.
Why are we throwing the football?
Right.
So he throws the football, almost gets intercepted. So then I'm like, okay, now they should realize, okay, that's stupid because it's incomplete pass. It stops the clock. Now they should just run the fucking football. They call another fucking pass play, and it's supposed to be like a little shovel pass, and it gets fucking intercepted. And somehow, I know they still won the game, but it was like, are you purposefully trying to throw this game? I don't understand.
Right.
And some of the other play calls I've seen throughout the game was like some of the dumbest play calls I've ever seen.
Yeah, their offense was bad. It gets overlooked, though, because so many offenses were so much worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah, it was atrocious. But in a year where Urban Meyer existed and Matt Nagy had his final hurrah in Chicago, it was going to be tough to be anywhere near a bottom three offense. You'd have to be absolutely useless to be worse than Urban Meyer.
That's
Jesus. So there's been a lot of talk about Lamar Jackson recently because Kyler Murray just got paid, right? He got a 5-year, $230 million contract or something crazy. Technically, on like a per-year basis, he's making either the same or more than Josh Allen, I think, which is interesting. But also, that's how the market works. It's based off when you get paid, not how good you are. Like, because it's all about the exact moment when you got paid, and Kyler just got paid after Deshaun broke the bank, whatever. But a lot of people are talking about Lamar because he's next up for a contract. I want to stick with Kyler for a second. Did you see they added a clause where he has to do like 4 hours of independent film review a week or the contract gets voided?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so it's weird, right? That it's a weird clause to add. But you got all these people saying, this dude has no work ethic if you have to write this clause into his contract to make him watch film. And I'm just sitting here like, The dude was the best quarterback for 7 weeks last year. If the dude was doing that without watching any film or having a work ethic, imagine when he gets forced to, like, actually give a fuck. Imagine how good he'll be. Or you're just questioning his work ethic because of, let's be honest, what reason is somebody questioning his work ethic?
I get it.
Yeah, like that's how it's always been in the NFL, right? Because, you know, I don't want to get into it, but, like, that's always been the thing with black quarterbacks. They've always been accused. Well, they're just good athletes. You know, they never get the praise that any other quarterback gets with well, they're the first in the building and the last out. And, you know, they're just really smart, you know, really good, high motor. You never hear anybody say that about.
Right.
Which is just fucked up. That's not right.
I agree. And part of it, I mean, I wouldn't say it's all like that, but I think part of it is just, a lot of people, well, I don't like him just because he kicked the shit out of my team,
right,
type thing, you know, or somebody just doesn't like the Cardinals, or, you know.
Right. But
there's a lot of that. There's a lot of people that hate Aaron Rodgers just because
That's true.
He kicks the shit out of people.
And
or
also
Tom
he's
Brady,
kind of a psychopath, but
that's fair.
But no, so all of Kyler getting his contract and all the talk about Kyler has spiked up the amount of people who are talking about Lamar and his contract and what he deserves for a contract. Mm-hmm. And here's a quote from a current NFL defensive coordinator. He's so unique as an athlete, and he's really a good football player. But I don't give a shit if he wins the league MVP 12 times. I don't think he'll ever be a 1 as a quarterback. He can be a 1 as a football player, but not as a quarterback. It continues, so many games come down to 2 minutes, and that is why they have a hard time advancing even when they're good on defense. Playoffs are tight. You have to be able to throw the ball, and he's just so inconsistent throwing the ball. It's hit or miss. Let me hit you with some facts real quick.
He contradicted himself like twice,
That'll
2 or
happen.
3 times.
That'll happen. But let me hit you with some facts, because that's what we like to work with around here. Facts. Lamar Jackson, on passing outside of the numbers last year, he was number 1 in yards per attempt, number 1 in success rate, and number 1 in EPA per attempt, while averaging 9.4 air yards per pass, which was the 5th highest in the NFL, while being blitzed on 32% of his attempts, 5th highest in the NFL. But remember, he's not a good quarterback. Let's take this all the way back to 2018, rookie year Lamar. He was 21 years old. He was the backup going into training camp. Didn't get a single first-team rep all of camp. Got inserted into the game for a couple gadget plays early on. He became the full-time starter in Week 11. The Ravens went 6-1, and he posted the best quarterback stats of any 21-year-old ever. But people hated it. In 2019, Lamar became the youngest player to ever win MVP. He was only the 2nd player to ever win an MVP unanimously. He was the first player ever, history of football, to throw 30-plus touchdowns and rush for over 1,000 yards in the same season. He delivered the best season of any 22-year-old who's ever lived. But he's not a good quarterback. In 2020, Lamar became the first player with 7,000 passing yards and 2,500 rushing yards in their first 3 seasons. Want passing stats only? Okay. Through 2022, he threw 67 pass touchdowns in his 37 starts. That's tied with Aaron Rodgers and is more than Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and most every quarterback in NFL history. In 2021, despite the Ravens being the most injured team in the NFL, Lamar had Baltimore as the 1 seed in the AFC in December. He was the best passer outside the numbers. Then he injured his ankle, missed the rest of the season, and the Ravens lost every single game without him. Before Lamar, people forget that the Ravens almost fired John Harbaugh. They were 40-40 in the 5 years prior to Lamar showing up. They started 4-5 in 2018. Then they put Lamar in, and he's won 37 of his 49 starts and has never missed the playoffs when healthy. Baltimore is currently 1-6 in games he's been injured. Yeah. So, please continue to try to tell me Lamar can't throw, and I will continue to sit here and say you don't know ball. Sorry, that rant is out of the way. Mostly. There's still so much more here that I could yell about. Like, how about total touchdowns prior to turning 24? Ever. Just ever. Lamar's at 87. Next on the list is 77 from Justin Herbert and Jameis Winston. Next on the list is 70 touchdowns by the age 24. That's Dan Marino. Below that, you've got Stafford, Tarkenton, Cam Newton, Kyler Murray, and Patrick Mahomes. Those are the only guys on the list with more than, 57 touchdowns before turning 24. But I'm sorry. There's no argument to make that Lamar's bad. I get he doesn't have the arm talent of Mahomes or Allen or Rodgers. I don't think anybody was trying to say he does. But to act like the dude can't throw is wrong. And it means you've never watched the dude play. You just hate him because he runs.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that always drove me nuts because somebody would bitch about, well, he's just a running back. When literally that's all that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes
right? Well, Josh is just as bad about it. He is the best running back on his team. Without a doubt. And
he's also huge.
Right? At this point, that's the only concern I have about Josh Allen. We've talked about this. I'm afraid he's Cam Newton.
Cam Newton Jr. right there.
Right. Like, they both have, yes, before everyone on the internet starts trying to come after me for this, yes, Josh Allen does have a better arm. But if you look at the way Newton and Allen play, their game is exactly the same. I'm going to beat you deep, and there's nothing you can do about it. And if somehow you manage to do something about it, I'll just beat you with my feet. Only instead of going the Lamar route of, I don't know how Lamar does it, but nobody can hit that guy. Like, you can be right in front of him, and he doesn't even move, and you somehow miss him. I don't understand it.
He's really shifty.
He really is.
He just knows when to shift at the,
Yeah, and he's just too fast.
Perfect.
You just can't do anything about it. Right.
But I've always thought, if you got Josh Allen and Tyreek Hill on the same team, I know Tyreek Hill is...
It would look the same as it did in Kansas City. It really would.
I don't know. Well, I think the Bills would be a little smarter about it. All right, Tyreek, you run a straight line, just outrun the motherfucker. Josh Allen will get it to you. Just don't drop the football.
I get that, but
I don't know why
they
kept doing that. Well, let's have him run over here and then do a little hook route and then cut back over here. Just make the motherfucker run in a straight line. Nobody can keep up with him.
Just hit him with one of these.
Run, bitch! Run!
Yeah, run!
Run, bitch, run! But
just Forrest Gump it, dude.
Right.
I mean, Josh Allen can stand in his own end zone and throw it 90 yards. I mean, come on.
But I also just love after last year, this defensive coordinator's just saying that on 3rd and 8 with 2 minutes left in the game, can Lamar move the chains with his arm? Oh, you mean like on Sunday Night Football when the Chiefs had a 20-point lead going into the 3rd quarter? And Lamar was the one who called game? Remember, against Patrick Mahomes, when it mattered most, which quarterback showed up? Lamar. Which quarterback showed up in the first half, though? Oh, that was Patty. Lamar threw 2 interceptions in the first half. And then what? Came out and remembered, oh no, I'm good. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I got
We're gonna
this.
switch things up a little bit here.
Right? Like I'm over it. I don't get the hate for Lamar. I don't get it. Oh my God, what? Things got heated today on Dolphins Twitter. For those who missed it, here's the recap. Lamar is a glorified running back. Zach Wilson only throws deep balls into people's moms. Josh Allen sits when he pees, and Twitter is not a real place. But it is. Maybe. Wait, what is this Josh Allen sits when he pees thing? This is a story that matters.
Sit when I pee. I'm lazy. I don't want to have to aim.
I don't know. No wonder he can't throw a football accurately. Yep. There's nothing to back it up, but people are talking about it. If Josh Allen sits to pee, he's never winning a Super Bowl. He just ain't got it in him. He doesn't have that dog in him.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of men sit to pee. You don't have to clean off the toilet seats that way.
Why? How bad is your aim that you're pissing on the seat?
Okay. Apparently, you've never had the double stream happen to you.
Oh, well, that happens sometimes. It's not great, but
you don't have to worry about that if you just sit down. Now, granted, the water can be a little cold sometimes, but I vote everybody should have mandatory heated water.
Heated water, huh?
In their toilets.
212 degrees Fahrenheit, no more, no less.
Boiling.
Yes.
It needs to be boiling.
Yes. Cook whatever touches the water. That's disgusting. Oh my God.
That smells wonderful. I'm sure it wouldn't smell like the dinner you had the night before.
It wouldn't. That's not how poo works.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't. So.
Okay.
Unless you just ate a bunch of corn.
Maybe I did. You don't know. Should we talk about that? The most useless vegetable to ever exist.
Right.
Also, I don't know how it's a vegetable. Corn offers 0 nutritional value. How is that a vegetable? It's just sugar. It's just sugar.
Right.
Corn makes no sense to me. Because, like, there are people, I think, who genuinely believe that you could, like, live off corn. Like, all I'm ever going to eat is corn. You would die quickly.
It'd be a great diet. If you ate like 90% was corn, man.
It would fuck you up. It would fuck you up.
It'd give you the popcorn shits.
But, like, corn offers 0 nutritional value. If you're just eating it because it tastes good, just go eat something else with sugar in it. Why are you trying to disguise it with, well, I'm eating my vegetables. I'm a good kid. Shut up. No.
Do you know a fact that blows my mind that so many people don't know?
Go ahead.
Tomatoes are a fruit.
Oh, yeah. See, it's one of those things. Intelligence is knowing a tomato is... Well, actually, it goes back to breaking down each D&D thing on the character sheet. Strength is how far you can throw a tomato, right? Dexterity is your ability to dodge a tomato being thrown at you. Constitution is how many rotten tomatoes you can eat before throwing up. Intelligence is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put a tomato in a fruit salad. Charisma is your ability to sell that tomato-based fruit salad. Tomatoes, useful. I really wonder if somebody could sell a tomato-based fruit salad.
Just have a bunch of different tomatoes in there.
Just a bunch. It's just tomatoes.
Just tomatoes. Call it a fruit salad. Confuse people.
I don't know about that. Huh? Why does this shit pop up on Twitter? Oh, because somebody's thanking the YouTube algorithm for it. Apparently, on the homepage of YouTube, it bugs me that this has 3.8 million views. It's just the title is How an Erection Works. And in the thumbnail, I'm pretty sure that's just a cut open dick. And then words that just say inside the penis. It is 3 p.m. I don't need to be seeing this right now. God damn it.
You're not really selling me on this whole Twitter thing, dude.
Well, there's other times where it's great. But people are weird and think that they need to share everything they see on the internet. And it's tough. And it's not great. Yet, Treyarch, no one cares that you added nothing to... What? Now live in Vanguard Zombies. We removed the immune text from displaying when damaging Zabala. Bro, you don't need a whole update because you removed a line of text off my screen. What the fuck? All right, we're shifting off football. What the fuck happened to Treyarch? They were supposed to be the best of us. They were the chosen one.
They have joined the dark side.
It was said that you would save the gaming community, not destroy it. Bring balance. I don't know where I was going with that one. But, like, Treyarch didn't miss up through Black Ops 3. And then they just can't hit anymore. Oh.
I don't think creators are trying anymore.
It really doesn't
now
feel
it's
like
all
it.
about they got the brand out there. People know the brand. Now when they drop a game, people are gonna buy it.
Right.
That's all they all they
much.
care about now.
Dang, that's insane.
Oh, the next Call of Duty's coming out. So everybody fucking buys it. You and I got smart, and now we're like, we're gonna wait a couple weeks,
Right.
and see what people say about it. And the last few times it's been, this game sucks.
Right.
So we save money.
But in the last 15 seasons in the NFL, only one non-quarterback has won the MVP award. Do you know who it is?
One non-quarterback.
To win the MVP award in the last 15 years, only one.
Dalvin Cook.
No. What? No.
I don't know. You talking like an offensive player or is it a defensive player?
It's an offensive player. Most valuable player of the league. It's only happened once. I'll give you another hint. It happened in 2012. Give you another hint. He won the MVP after tearing his ACL, MCL, meniscus, and cartilage in his knee the year before. Actually, 6 months prior to opening day of that 2012 season.
Is he still currently playing?
Kind of. Like, yeah, but he's a free agent. You look so lost. It's great.
Well, it's just there's so many fucking NFL names in my head, but none of them make any sense.
Let me know when you give up.
I give up. I know I'm gonna feel stupid.
It's Adrian Peterson. Come on. Or as I saw somebody comment, it's terrible, but somebody commented on one of my TikTok videos because I got asked who my favorite Viking was. It's Adrian Peterson. And some guy commented on that video, Adrian beat your son. Terrible, but it's hilarious. He got in trouble because he beat his son with a switch once. So,
Switch?
yeah, a switch, like, you know, like off a tree, you know. You've never heard of a switch?
A switch, like off of a tree.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's like a stick. I don't,
Okay.
it's,
Good for him for punishing his kid.
It's like I don't know. It's
The world needs more of it.
well, no. It was pretty bad. It was.
Well, you
It
can't
went
leave
too
evidence.
far. It went too far. Is without a doubt the problem here. Never gonna defend it like it was a good thing. That's for sure. Yeah. It's yeah. I guess the like full definition of a switch is a nope. Not even gonna nope. Nope. That's too many words. Those are big words.
I guess
I just
it would
can't believe
depend
you've
on
never
how
heard of
old
a
the kid
switch.
was.
I don't know.
Well, I've heard of a switch, but not like the switch you're thinking of. But
Well, like a light switch?
well, no, like vehicular switch or
Oh, no. No,
a
like
toolbox switch,
like a tree
or-
branch that's like still alive and like won't break when you whack them with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
I'm trying to find like the full thing. Because he did get suspended for it, and I don't remember if he faced charges or not, but he did not. Nobody pressed charge. Oh, wait, this is something different. This was something different. Yeah. He used a switch to spank his then 4-year-old son. That resulted in bruises and cuts, apparently.
well, I bet that kid didn't act up again.
Right? I don't remember why. I know at one point I knew the details, but I don't anymore, and I don't care enough to spend all the time looking for it.
Right.
But because it just doesn't matter. I think we either can separate, you know, an NFL player on the field from off the field, or we can't, and that decision hasn't been decided by the world yet. You know what I mean? But like until there's a distinction, I think you do have to separate it a little bit. You can still acknowledge that maybe he is a piece of shit human, but
Right.
he was damn good on a football field. I think that's still an acknowledgement we have and should have.
Right. Right.
Uh
Hmm.
Oh my god, I got gotted. I hate these accounts on Twitter. They like use Adam Schefter's profile picture and then put a fake little thing next to their name that kind of looks like a check mark when you don't like examine it. And then you look and you read the Vikings will retire the number 22 with the news that safety Harrison Smith is retiring, and I about shitted. I was not okay with that. I can't lose the hitman, not yet. I can't do it. That's awesome. I hate that you can get away with that on the internet.
Freedom of speech, baby.
I don't give a fuck about your freedom of speech. I really
Not
don't.
when it comes to the Vikings.
No, I just don't give a fuck about your freedom of speech when you are speaking bullshit. If all you do is spew bullshit, fuck your freedom of speech. Sit down, shut the fuck up. Technically,
right.
yes, you do have the right to talk.
Yeah.
But you also have the right to get called an idiot for being an idiot. That's just how it goes. What are you doing? Quit playing with yourself.
I got a Tender message, and she said, "Cute dog. What's his name?"
There's not
And
a
I was
dog in any of your
confused.
pictures, are there?
Well, yeah, there was. I was confused, so I said, "Dog?" ? And she's like, "The coyote." I have a picture. I have
Oh.
a coyote on my. I was carrying it back, and I had it over the top of my shoulders.
Ah.
So
Sorry, I'm new to Tinder. Somebody else had to set it up for me because I'm a fucking goober. It's true. You're a goober.
Huh.
What?
I was so confused there for a second.
So confused there for a second.
I was confusion.
I am confusion. Um. So a lot of Vikings fans are taking issues with the, you know, it's scary not to burn it down at the quarterback position. We don't have Brady or Mahomes. You're more likely to win a Super Bowl if you have those quarterbacks.
Right.
Like, he didn't say anything that was untrue, but a lot of Vikings fans are freaking out. Like, oh, they don't believe in Kirk and whatever.
Right.
Well, no, they don't, because Kirk in 10 years has not proven he has anything to make you believe. But also, stop acting like it was the GM trying to take a shot at Kirk. Everybody's like, this is just going to crush his confidence and he's going to play awful. And it's like, if those words from your GM crush you and make you lose confidence and play like shit, it's over for you. You're not ever going to be a good quarterback. Like, you're done. If that's all it takes to kill your confidence, you're done. Look at what Josh Allen had to endure. People like me going, this dude has all the talent in the world, but he's never going to put it together. He just doesn't give enough of a fuck. He has no work ethic yet. Look at guys like Lamar who are constantly shit on because every reason in the book. Or Kyler because he's short. Or Baker because he doesn't act like a quarterback. I don't know what that means, but
So
like, I don't know.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
If you had to choose a quarterback in the NFL right now, other than Kirk Cousins, that's not Tom Brady, Josh Allen, or Patrick Mahomes, or Aaron Rodgers.
So none of the top guys. Okay.
Right.
Well, so how far into the top are we going? Like, just, because you got Mahomes, Rodgers, Allen, Herbert, Brady. We're throwing all those guys out. But what about that next tier? Are we keeping that tier? Because that makes it a lot tougher. There are a lot of good quarterbacks, but
there are a lot of. I would say a lower tier quarterback that you wouldn't mind seeing on the Vikings.
You know the answer. Do I have to do it? Keep saying words. Tell the people who you'd pick, and I'll talk to you in a second.
Well, I'm gonna wait till he gets back because I have an interesting take. I don't know if he's gonna agree with it or not, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see what he thinks about it.
All right, what'd you say? Who'd you pick?
I didn't pick anybody. I wanted to wait till you got back.
Okay.
Because I think I might have an interesting selection.
Who you selecting?
I want to hear what you have first.
No, you first.
And then I'll tell you.
You first. I think
mean,
the internet knows who I'm picking.
But I think I'm going out on a limb here a little bit right now.
Okay.
And it could be a big mistake, but we'll see how he plays this year. Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, that's absolutely valid. No, that one, yeah. Trevor Lawrence is too good. He was just, I don't know if there's a worse situation a rookie could have been forced in. Because as I've said and will keep saying, Urban Meyer's offense was a war crime. It was a war crime. It was bad. But no. Who am I picking for the Vikings quarterback out of those air quotes lower tier guys?
Teddy?
Teddy fucking Bridgewater.
How did I know? I knew it. Teddy Bridgewater.
It's got to be Teddy. It's got to be Teddy. Is Trevor Lawrence going to be better than Teddy? Absolutely, without a doubt. I don't think anybody would argue that. I've never even argued that. My only argument has been the Kirk Cousins Teddy one. And then just the Teddy deserves to be in this league as a starter. I don't know what this other, he's not that guy thing is. But there are people out here arguing that Carson Wentz, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold deserve a job. Fuck you. Fuck you. Ryan Tannehill still has a job. Why isn't Teddy getting a job? I don't understand.
Yeah. Yep.
Drew Lock or Geno Smith is going to be a starter this year. That's some bullshit. But, yeah. Give me Teddy. Give me Teddy. That's my quarterback. I need to put that on my soundboard. The Terrell Owens, that's my quarterback sound. I think I say that about Teddy too much. But it's true. What I would give to see number 5 in Minnesota one more time.
I just want to, I want to see Trevor Lawrence go to a mediocre team. Just a mediocre team. Where he's got a little bit of protection and a little bit of weapons. I mean, the Jags are better. They're going to be better this year. I think they're going to win more games this year.
Oh, without a doubt. They're going to double their win total.
But they're still not good.
No.
They are still not good.
The question is just how big of a step does Lawrence take? And I think it could be huge.
Right. And I think if Lawrence takes a big step forward this year.
Yeah. The Jags are scary.
And I think another team might go out on a limb and try to pick him up.
Well, if you're the Jaguars, though, how do you let him go? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Somebody offers some good deals to take him. That's one fair. Person who could you might end up with 5 decent ass players.
That's fair.
And you're losing one of the most important parts of your team.
Right.
But
that's true.
Then again, do you look at the big, the broad picture, or do you focus on one person?
Right.
Because that one person can't get anything done if you can't afford to get anything else for him. It's still a team-based sport. So me as a coach would be more willing to give up one person for 5 decent players. One really, really good player for 5 decent players,
Right.
Because I think that would overall, the problem would be trying to find something to cover the position for the meantime,
I love this. So a lot of Vikings fans, myself included, have been hoping that the team would sign Adrian Peterson, but under the knowledge that it would be his final season. You're just going to play 1 year in Minnesota and then you're done. But then a lot of people, because he has a boxing match this weekend, I guess. He's fighting Le'Veon Bell, which is so interesting.
I did see something about that.
I think, have you seen Adrian Peterson? I think he's going to knock Bell the fuck out.
Yeah.
But, the Purple for the Win podcast posted a tweet saying the Vikings would sign Adrian Peterson to a 1-day contract so he could retire a Viking. The issue is he'd walk out on the field trying to take Dalvin Cook's roster spot. Wouldn't do that, but he'd somehow manage to steal a roster spot from somebody else. It's right. He's still that guy, kind of. Okay, he's not that guy. He can't go for another 2,000-yard season. I just don't see it. But he can still play. A bit. It's tough. I love it.
Right. I wouldn't have a problem with it's 3rd down and you're on the 4-yard line. We need a touchdown here. Send in Adrian.
Right. It's just like if you're a team who doesn't have a good running game or a super mobile quarterback. If you're the Buccaneers, it's almost worth it to go sign Cam Newton as the backup. because it's the 4-yard line, fourth and 4 on the 4-yard line. Put Cam out there. Who stops Cam? Nobody.
Right. Well, and Cam's another one of those really large people.
Right.
So you might meet him, but he's gonna fall forward for fucking 3 or 4 yards.
Right.
Kind of like Josh Allen.
Nobody's stopping Superman at the goal line. It's just not happening. I'd take him. Give me Cam in Minnesota, please. So down.
It'd definitely be a little more entertaining, that's for sure.
Nice.
Not like, come on, Kirk, you got this.
So a lot of people have been discussing, what wide receiver is the best in the NFL and what receiving core is the best group in the NFL. And you had Justin Jefferson come out like yesterday, I think, talking about when Zimmer wouldn't let you go for the Vikings all-time single-season receiving record last year. Did it bother you? And he's like, nah, I don't really think about things like that. Mostly because I knew I'd break it the next year anyways, so it didn't really matter.
That is funny.
And then he was like, okay, so what are your thoughts on Cooper Kupp? And he goes, Cooper's a great player, Not as good as me, but he's a great player. It's like, I don't know.
Confidence is key sometimes.
Everybody's like, this dude's getting way too cocky. It's like, you're allowed to be.
Right.
When you back it up with your play on the field, you're allowed to be. Just like Randy,
Right.
just like T.O. I know everybody wants Jerry Rice and Larry Fitzgerald and Barry Sanders, the guys who do that and just don't care. Like, they just hand the ball to the ref, never celebrate, never talk, and that's fine. But you're going to have the guys who want to talk. It's just like Jalen Ramsey. He's allowed to say whatever the fuck he wants because he's proven he's the best in the game at what he does. Justin Jefferson has been better the last 2 years than any other receiver in football. He's allowed to say whatever the fuck he wants until somebody shuts him down. Just like what Cam Newton did back in the day. Why'd you run it in for the touchdown when you already had a 20-point lead and then celebrate about it? It's like, don't want me to do it, then fucking stop me. Which is valid. I'm sorry. Stop getting mad at the other team for celebrating and whatever. Get mad at your own team for not stopping them.
Yeah. Yep. Don't give them something to celebrate about.
Right? It's interesting. I don't understand the weird players shouldn't be cocky and confident. It's like, it's actually more fun when they are because it's a talking point, right? When he does good, it's like, see, he backs up what he says. And if Jalen Ramsey shuts him down, you get Jalen jawing at him all day. And then afterwards, we sit there and go, see what happens when you're cocky like that? You get shut the fuck down.
Dude, and I love NFL players who have a humor.
Right.
A sense of humor.
Yep.
And they have, you can go through and listen to the mic'd up helmets.
Oh my God.
Some of those are funnier and shit. I like the one where,
go ahead.
who was the guy that was like talking about, what the hell was his name? Aaron Donald.
Okay.
He's like, he ain't gonna see it coming. He ain't gonna see it coming.
Oh, fuck, he saw it coming.
Oh, fuck, he saw it coming.
My favorite.
The guy going, then he just went down because he was like, fuck that. I'm not getting killed by Aaron Donald.
Right.
He's like,
I gotta find it real quick.
About it. It's
That
funny.
fight. I gotta find out who he was talking about. I don't think I'm gonna. Nope. Okay. So, the best mic'd up moments I can remember. The first one is Cam Newton against the Packers. They're in the red zone. Clay Matthews is trying to prove he's smart, and he's pointing out what the offense is doing, and he goes, watch the wheel route, right? And Cam just looks over at him. Oh, you've been watching film too, huh? Yeah? Watch this.
Yeah, I did see
and
that.
beats him with the exact
With
thing
the
he
wheel
knew
route.
was coming.
He knew it was coming and still beat him. Yep,
Right?
I did see that.
That's the type of confidence I need in my quarterback. Oh, you know what's coming? Cool. Watch this.
Yeah, you may have watched film, but we practiced this.
Well, and that's the other thing. Luke Kuechly, he was the Panthers middle linebacker for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He retired early due to he's had like 1 billion concussions. But dude might be the best middle linebacker to play in our generation. Maybe the best to ever play. The dude was incredible. And he sat down and talked about Cam. He was like, you have some quarterbacks in this league who are like Brady. They don't have all the physical skills. And they beat you because they spend their entire time watching film and knowing exactly what you're going to do. Cam doesn't sit and watch film for 12 hours a day. He just doesn't. That's not what he needs to. Because when he goes out on the field, it's like his brain is faster than everybody else's. He doesn't need the film because all he has to do is look at how you're lined up and automatically he's already beaten you. He knows exactly where you missed and all he has to do is see how you line up. Which, it's just nice to hear somebody actually praise Cam for something that isn't, well, he's big. Like, thank you. But the other best mic'd up moment, Matt Light, he was an all-pro left tackle for the Patriots for a really long time. I can't remember who they were going against, but he was struggling to block this defensive end, who, if I remember correctly, was not like an all-pro level guy, but he just kept getting beat by him. And he's mic'd up walking into the locker room at halftime, and he's just, this guy's not even that fucking good, but he's beat me with the same move 4 times.
He keeps kicking me in the dick.
Right?
Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
He keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick? I can't believe every single one of them kicked you in the dick. That was for my dick. Oh, such a good video.
Indeed.
But yeah, it's interesting. But I don't know. I wonder if the Vikings are gonna actually be good this year, if they're gonna suck. I'm always scared about it.
Well, you know, wide left.
Don't do that to me. No, I'd be pissed. Some idiot is like talking about, because all these other teams are releasing their other helmet that they're gonna wear this year, which the Bills really need to wear their red helmets again for one game.
I agree. They look good in them red helmets.
But some guy goes, I think that if the Vikings were to do an alternate helmet, it should be an all-white one. No! All-white helmets are fucking trash. Now, they are better. Like, the Bills and the Dolphins do a white helmet properly. If you're gonna do a white helmet, white face mask. If you go like the Cardinals and do that fucking gray bullshit, I hate you. You're done. I hate you. But who else does white helmets really shitty? I'm trying to think who else does a white helmet. The Chargers do a white helmet. Theirs isn't bad. I think they go yellow with their face mask or blue. That's fine. But I still don't like it. White's not a good color for a helmet.
No.
Now, I guess it does look kind of nice. Like if the Bills wear their white jerseys and white pants, the white helmet does look more correct.
Right. Well, the part of the reason the white helmets don't look good is because a lot of times their jerseys aren't white when they wear the white helmet.
Also fair. That's fair.
So.
But, ooh, I got a Twitter notification.
Notified on the old tweeter.
Gonna do this and see what happens. I'm scared. Ooh, damn, okay. I'm gonna have to try. Jake tagged me in a tweet saying he's gonna do this and see what happens. He tagged me and a bunch of other creators, and he's like, give me your hottest sports take. What's my hottest take? It's gotta be the Tyreek Hill's not top 10, right?
That's got to be number. Yeah,
That's got to be the
your
hottest take.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do I have a hotter take? It says football or basketball. Well, NBA or NFL. So
I don't know much about the NBA.
I don't think I have that many hot takes in basketball. I really don't. Other than what is always going to be considered a hot take to the people who think the other way, and that's that LeBron is a better player all time than Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because, Jordan's been mystified. Well, when he walks in a room, everybody stops and is like, oh. It's like, okay, we literally just watched like an entire arena full of people do that when LeBron showed up to a basketball game. The Drew League thing was happening, which is like NBA players who aren't quite good enough to get into the league. It's a league for those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes NBA players will play in it. LeBron shows up and everybody's talking about how the entire gym went silent for 5 minutes when they saw him. It's like, he has the same thing every star athlete does. Especially when you're LeBron. Because not only, oh my God, that's LeBron James, but also, oh my God, that's a monster of a human. 6'8", 250 just walked in the room. Everybody stops and stares at that anyways. But, yeah, I wonder what my hottest take is.
I'd say for you, it's the Tyreek.
It feels like it's Tyreek. I feel like it's Tyreek, but I don't know. That's the hottest one I at least still stick by. I don't know. Maybe there was some wild shit back in the day.
My take would probably be like Josh Allen being better than Patty Mahomes or something like that.
See, but technically I don't even think that's like the biggest reach. Like I rank him at third. Is that really?
A lot of people rank him at fourth.
Behind who?
Tom Brady. It's like Tom
they
Brady,
add
Aaron
Brady
Rodgers.
to the top. That's just because old heads are old heads.
Right. Yeah, because I think it was Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patty Mahomes, and Josh Allen is how Madden has them.
Yeah, well, Madden's Madden.
Yeah, they have Josh Allen at like a 92.
Yeah.
And then Patty Mahomes at a 95.
Joe Burrow's not even a 90. Justin Herbert's not even a 90. It's not great.
That I don't agree with that at all. Like
I get it. Justin Herbert technically has yet to win anything. He's never made the playoffs, right? In 2 years. But he had the worst defense in the NFL last year and was still fighting in the final game where they probably make the playoffs if their coach doesn't start calling timeouts and giving the Raiders, a fuck you moment. Because, if we call timeouts, they can kick the field goal and then we get the ball. Or you could have just let them run out the clock like they were doing, you jackass. I get it. A tie's not as good as a win, but a tie is better than a loss. So it's one of those, I don't know. Herbert's arm talent matches the true top three guys in Burrow, Rodgers, Mahomes, and Allen. Burrow does not have that kind of arm talent. Burrow's great. He doesn't have that kind of arm talent. I would love to see one of those three quarterbacks in Cincinnati, though. Well, with the weapons Cincinnati has, Mixon, Chase, Higgins, and Boyd, with any of those other three quarterbacks would be insane. It would be nuts. It's nuts with Joe Burrow, but with, I don't know, more arm talent, it could be wild. God, I don't like it.
I don't like that they had like Lamar at like number 10.
I want to send this to you, but I'm not gonna.
8, something like that. They had an 88.
Julio
like,
does not look
88.
right in 85. I'm sorry. I don't like it. Fix it. I don't care who's wearing the number 11. You tell them to go fuck themselves and give it to Julio. God damn it. I'm sorry. The only player on that team that deserves a number more than Julio is Brady. Brady doesn't wear 11, so whoever's wearing 11 should give it up. Uh-oh, you're making a face. You got something to say? Say it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just football's just going to be. I'm just excited to see where things go this year.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think it's just going to be a weird season again, like it was last year. But
What? Oh, no. So I responded with Tyreek Hill's not a top 10 wide receiver. Jake just said, oh boy. Miller Football replied that Kyle Juszczyk, the 49ers fullback, is a top 25 talent in the NFL. I don't know, man. That one's tough. I don't know. I don't know. All right, you got any other words you want to say?
not a whole lot.
Okay.
We've covered quite a bit on sports, and I really don't want to trail off into another subject and be here for another 3 hours.
Right? We made it way over an hour normally on these ones where we don't know what to do. We barely make it 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's quit while we're ahead.
Yep.
Try not to have the hiccups as I do my outro.
So no head?
So no head.
Oh. Okay.
But, yeah. I think that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. I don't know how to end the recording.